Something janky is going on with the internet. Not sure where it cut off. What? Oh, I was going into that. Hold the bottom. All right, we just got to do the activated charcoal. So we got to move that over. All right, I'll show you guys the loaves in a second. We got some that's kind of shaving off down there. Welcome back. I don't know, my internet's being a little bit janky and it keeps cutting you off. So hopefully we'll get through the activated charcoal one without it doing that. And that stuff is amazing, says Shara. Hello, V. How are you? Did that cut off? All right, and this one is activated charcoal and kaolin clay. We're gonna lift her that way. That way. We got soap chunks going all over the place. And on the flow. That'll make it easier to mop. What are you saying? Shara, thank you for those super hearts. The one thing that is going off without a hitch is your notifications. Well, that's new. Oh. Right in. Is it up against that thing? What? Yeah. I'm glad I called for backup because that wouldn't have worked out so well. Here's the inside. I feel like I'm gonna drop it.
Yeah, well, maybe don't do that then.
Paige said, what you say, Paige? That makes you nervous.
Well, my foot's right there.
Oh, not because of the soap, because of your foot. Priorities.
Do you not prioritize your body parts over yourself?
Nope. How do you give hearts and stuff? I don't. Oh, Teal, they're on Oh, that's pretty. They're on Periscope. So that has hearts.
I'm going to sleep.
I need a paper towel because I'm sweating. I'm sweating like a banshee. Can you pass me a paper towel? And I'll show you guys the inside of the soap. Hopefully you can see it. Look.
You get napkins.
Oh. I'll bring it closer. Bring it closer, Caroline. I'll take a napkin or something. Where you at? over there. What are you saying? Yeah, I can't on here. No, you can't do it on YouTube University. Back on everywhere. Yeah, but I don't know for how long. Something's going on. I'm a newcomer. Well, Carl, welcome. Welcome to the broadcast. All right. So if you are just now joining us, Nyla and I just went through a very long and art. Well, it's not long, it's just longer process of cutting 72 pounds of handmade soap. This is 100% natural soap made with all plant-based ingredients. My number one best-selling soap. 3 of these loaves are already sold, so I have to make another batch of the triple butter blend because I only have 1 loaf left out of the triple butter blend. Followed up by this one here, which is activated charcoal and kaolin clay. And I'm going to bring it close so you guys can see the inside there. So the black that you're seeing is 100% natural colorant. That is the activated charcoal in there. Now, activated charcoal is known, absolutely positively known for its ability to pull toxins from the skin naturally. Because of the charge of the activated charcoal in the dirt and the debris that is under our skin, it works very well in pulling those toxins out naturally. So if you have very oily skin, acne prone skin, activated charcoal is what you want. Triple butter blend is the one that you want to use if you have extremely dry skin. It is made with cocoa butter, mango butter, olive oil, shea butter. Who can forget shea butter, right? Let me see. 100% natural goodness. V said, hey, not. She's gone. She's way gone. So now, of course, we cannot bathe with a bar that big. So there's even more that we have to do with this. And that is to cut it into individual bars. Now, when we cut it into individual bars, they're about that wide. And then we have to let them cure because we don't want any excess water in there. And so in order to do that, I want to get myself some parchment paper, and you guys can stick around while we cut one of the loaves of activated charcoal, because I'm not doing that on this whole broad. I'm not cutting every single one of these loaves. That's 8 loaves of soap. That typically will take quite a bit of time. Tara is saying, let me see. Hey there. Both kind are great. Yes, I missed your message. It's okay. It's okay. I was I was waiting for you. I was waiting for you to come on because I haven't seen you. Zoe is here too on Periscope now. But here's the thing, guys. It has cut us off twice, and I don't know what that's about. So I might have to go hardwired the next time that we live stream. I'm on Wi-Fi, and so let us cut that. And in order to cut that, I got to get one of these cutters. Now, some of you have asked in the comments, what can you use like when you're first starting making your soap? You can use, the very first thing that I used when I started was a good old cheese. Well, you can use a knife. Just a regular old kitchen knife will work for you to cut your soap. Then you're going to notice that, hey, maybe your hand isn't as steady as it needs to be. Maybe your slices are a little bit jagged. Maybe some are fat, maybe some are thin, maybe some are wide, all of that. So then what you can do is you can get just a good cheese slicer, like the ones that you can get at a bakery, at a market, at a Walmart, at a Target, somewhere online. Type in cheese slicer and these will come up. They're like $10. I used this for the first year that I was making soap. After that, I should have gave it to you. Paige said, well, you should have gave it to me because I'm the next soap maker. Well, hey, Erica, what did you say? How do we order? So my website is naturalsoapbyzakia.com. Depending on where you are watching, let me see. Ashley, you are on Periscope. If you click the link in my bio, it'll say sure.b/live soap school. And that is all of my links where you can get, you can order my soap. You can order any of my books. I am the author of the new Soap Makers Cookbook series. That is 4 books on how to make your own soap from scratch at home. Because I believe in DIY and I think everybody should know how to make their own soap. But some of you are like, no, I just want what you made. How do I buy that? So you can ship it to me. But if you want to learn, I have the 4 books that teach you how to, oh, you can't see it because my head's in the way. Those books right there, I am the author of those books as well as the instructor in Live Soap School. So we go through, like, how do you do this? If you want to do it as a hobby or a business. What are you guys saying? Pass the baton to Paige. We in a new location. Things look very different. Nice. No, thank you for putting the link up there, Amy, and I'll put your comments up in a second. We are not in a new location. However, my business has expanded beyond soap making, and I'm still in my soap studio. I am still in my soap studio, but I had to have a place for the technology pieces that I'm doing. So over here to our left, which you guys can't see, is my desk that has all of my computers, because there's multiple ones, my label printer and all of that. Behind that is additional equipment that I use for making products. And then typically I'm behind this desk or behind this table when we are live streaming. Like I'm normally on the other side. However, my space is getting smaller and smaller, and then we just celebrated the girls' birthday. Nyla and Paige, my decade twins, have turned 6 and 16 this past week. So we had a Zoom quarantine birthday party, and then we also had a Zoom quarantine cookout. Not a Zoom quarantine, an actual quarantine cookout for them this weekend. So I haven't taken everything down yet, so that's probably why it looks a little bit different. But I'm hoping I answered that question. Yes, I think I will study your books to master the soap making. Loving it. You go, soap lady. What else are you making besides soap these days? Well, I have ventured more into the technology realm. So recently, I had. Well, let's finish with the cutting options that you have, and then I'll tell you about the newest venture that we have going on. So this is something else that you can use. If you get yourself a miter box, and you can get these at like a Home Depot, a Lowe's, any kind of a hardware store. And you can put your loaves of soap. Typically, they are the right width for the soap that you have. So you can cut out, if it doesn't already have a cutout there, you can cut it out yourself, or you can buy one of these. And the nice thing about this is it'll typically hold a 4-pound batch of soap, which is about how much you should be making if you're just getting started. And then what you do is you just slide it through and you cut the soap. Now, as you can see, this thing, it's a little bit dirty. I didn't wash it. The last time I used it. So, you should probably keep your utensils clean. It's probably something you want to do. But it allows you to cut individual slices, and then you can adjust how wide or how big they are. So that's another option you have. So you have a knife, you have a cheese slicer, and then you also have a miter box. So these are just 2 options that you have when you are getting started making soap. Now, my cousin, after my first year in, she realized that, hey, my little cousin is a little bit serious about this thing that she's doing with this soap, and she surprised me with a multi-bar cutter. Now, a multi-bar cutter is, well, what the name implies, darn it, it is exactly what it sounds like. It will cut multiple bars at one time. Here, let me get it out. I don't know why. Oh. So this here is what we call a multi-bar. It's very heavy. A multi-bar slicer. And a multi-bar slicer will cut even bars multiple times. And so the benefit, and let me make sure I'm not missing your comments. equals a chainsaw. Yeah, I would need a chainsaw. Magic Moon, hello. Right, next inspiration. Very good. I've been very busy. Yes. Sorry, I'm catching up on your comments. Um, so the benefit of this and the drawbacks of the other options is you don't necessarily always get consistent bars when you cut individual slices. Like I'll put like little markings on here to say, okay, just push it over this far so they're kind of sort of even. Well, with the multi-bar slices or a slicer, every bar is exactly the same size. And unfortunately, I don't have you guys overhead, so you're only going to be able to see the end of when I cut it. I am going to grab some gloves because I feel like I've been touching. No, I put it in the oven instead because we don't have enough propane. So it's in the oven. I know. I was trying to make some barbecue chicken, but we've been barbecuing pretty much every day. And pretty much. And we're out of propane. So when I went to light the grill, I could have put some charcoal on the charcoal side, but I ain't gonna do all that. That's work. You want to help? Well, you can hold them up after I cut them, okay? So here, I'll show you this one more time. So this is what we start out with, and of course, nobody could bathe with something this large, right? One that I things that I like about you, you try to give or recognize or acknowledge each person comment. I like that. I like it, Lord. That. Yes, because otherwise you might as well watch a pre-recorded video. Like you are spending your good earned battery, data, internet, Wi-Fi, I don't know, cellular usage, and you're spending time here with me. The least I could do is say, hey, thank you. I appreciate you. All right. Happy birthday. Ain't nobody got time for that. Not for that, for that. Ain't nobody got time. Ain't nobody got time. All right. So what we do is we put it in here. Yeah, we poured this very high. Special shout out to my girlfriend Birdie. She came and she helped me because we used my monster-sized stick blender, the commercial stick blender, and I would not have been able to do this by myself. It is definitely time to upgrade equipment and all of that. Internet. Oh, squirrel. I know, Shannon. I keep going left, right, side to side. All right, but I kind of don't want to cut this one. Can you guys see? Look in there. Like right there. Isn't that cool? It's amazing. It's amazing. It's also on the other side. Well, we'll see what we get on the inside. And then what we do, Paige, can you help? You don't think you want to help? I need you to hold this so that when I cut it down, it doesn't fall, okay? Thank you, baby. All right. And then what we end up with is a bar like that. It's a full bar. It looks like calligraphy. Nice. Oh, by the way, what type of mold do you use? So, Carl, I use wooden molds. I don't, and that's because of the size of the loaves that I do. Woo-hoo! Right? So extra. Queen extra today. Queen extra. So look. So each bar is like a box of chocolates. You never know what you're going to get on the inside. I mean, you kind of sort of have an idea, but we really don't know until we go about cutting it. So there is the inside of that one. And this is a 100% natural bar of soap. There is no colorant in here. It is getting that natural colorant from the activated charcoal. Then the clay in there is also going to help with oily skin as well. So what we do is we just cut each one of the bars. And these are much bigger. Each one is unique. And what I like about them is the design continues all the way around. Like as you go around, it just continues from that side all the way around. So yeah, that's the fun part of the soap making. So getting back to the technology part, I put on the virtual soap summit, and as a result of that, the Black Caucus American Library Association got in touch with me to put on their virtual conference, and they had 2 days, 12 speakers, and over 800 registered participants. Then, following that, there were two other companies that reached out for me to put on their virtual conferences. And at the same time, you guys know our mantra forever has been more than soap. And what that means primarily is helping to empower. The goal of Live Soap School is to empower 1 million people to be business owners, leveraging digital technology. And we're getting closer and closer with that every single day. And so what I've been doing, because I couldn't really live stream because of all of the nonsense of this world, coronavirus is one of them, but it's more than that. And so I've been really spending time building out that third business so that I could really serve people in a way. But of course, I do make soap in my downtime, because even though I don't go live, you guys still order, which is very heartwarming. I am very appreciative of that. What are you guys saying? Awesome, nice. Live streaming to the rescue. It is getting more and more important as the days go on. Very true. Very, very, very true. All right. And then here is the inside of that one. So hopefully you all can see it. No, these are 100% unscented. I always do my unscented ones first, and then I'll start making the scented ones. So we still have plenty of lavender. The only other non-scented bar that I make is the crushed oats and honey. And the crushed oats and honey is the exfoliating bar. So typically, if you all are looking for a complete cleansing solution, there are 3 bars that I recommend. Triple butter blend, that's for that daily moisture to clean your skin. Activated charcoal is if you want to just pull those toxins from the skin, and then you should be exfoliating at least 2 times to 3 times per week, because you want to get all of that dead skin off. But you want to be careful on what you are using when you exfoliate your skin, because you don't want it to dry your skin out. So that's where the crushed oats and honey comes in. So that's what we'll be making tomorrow. And then we move into all of the scented bars. But let's finish this one because, as Shannon says, squirrel. So this is the other half of the soap that we still have to cut. I love that. I love it. I don't care. I love it. I love it on. I can't believe that the internet hasn't cut us off again. That's what's very interesting. Very, very interesting. Very interesting page. All right, so we put that on there, and then we if you're going to use a multi-bar slicer, typically you can get them for the size of your mold. I end up with 2, 4, 6, 8 end pieces for every 30-pound batch. Never waste your end pieces just because this is a smaller bar. What I will typically do with these is I make a bag or a pound of soap, which has a pound of end pieces in it, so people can kind of mix and match and make their own soap. Like they can put it in a little soap saver bag, and then they can try out different bars. So that's what I do with those. Why is it cutting you off? I don't know. I just don't get it. It's like, oh, she don't really mean to be here. She left us for a couple of weeks. She don't really want to live stream, so they're just being janky. They're being janky. I think it's great to have each bar unique. Yes, no 2 bars ever look the same, except the ones that have no color or scent, which is the triple butter blend. But every other one always is unique. Now, typically, I'll tell you all, I never, ever, ever need to go to a gym because I'm a soap maker. You see these biceps? Look, let me flex on them real fast. Look, you see that? No, it's kind of skinny. It's kind of skinny, but you know what I mean. Look, like you work out the back of the arms when you're cutting, when you're lifting the loaves, all of that. Now my legs, they walking around like little chicken legs, but my arms, they're good. We're good with the arms. And then here is this one, and we just spin it around. And so that is our 72-pound loaves that we have cut. I will leave the remainder for Nyla to cut. She doesn't mind doing this. Yes, Paige? No, probably in about 15 more minutes. I put it in right when we click start. And then here is this one. So that one is a little bit plain.